Here we are, guys. Pepe is back and crypto's pumping once again as we look into the top 100 here on the crypto bubbles. I want to share with you guys kind of what's going on. As we did attempt a little bit of a rebound, we'll get into some of the heavy selling that we talked about and why I think Pepe is poised to be maybe the meme coin of this next cycle. So let's get down into it. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. My name is Mark, for those of you that do not know that. And welcome to the channel. So let's get into it. Let's talk some Pepe and we'll get you guys on your way. All right. So we are looking at the top 100 here, and pretty much one of the more exciting stories, I think, within the meme coin space has been the pump ICO, as we see it up now 16% on the day. But as you look back at kind of what happened there from launch and some of those airdrops, it just was not one that we're going to talk about here on the channel. Personally, I'm not going to be involved with that, but a couple of winners here on the day in the meme coin world. We are seeing Pepe, Bonk, all having great days. Bonk's been kind of the one that has been catching my eye lately in the meme coin department, but Pepe will take a 7.5% move on the day as we are now trading at a 401298 price level. And not financial advice, guys. I'll never tell you to buy or sell crypto. But Pepe, as we did have that fifth zero and we're trading at the 509 territory and even a little bit below that, that's when I was really kind of calling for Pepe to have a rebound. And, you know, right now where we're at, I'll take it. Okay, we'll take anything that we can get, especially when we are trading with Bitcoin. A little bit more of a regression here at 118,000, which is still crazy to say out loud. But as Bitcoin was pushing 123, it's nice to see the altcoins and memes kind of holding their weight and towing the line as we look for the markets right now into the end of July as we get into it. So let's talk about it. But first, I do want to share with you guys a project that I am covering. This is the Sapphire Studios token. And if you are into Web3 gaming, think Command and Conquer on this one. Okay, so it's one where you can mine your own crypto. If you have an Apple, an Android, the iOS and Google Play Store, you can download this game currently in their beta. Play it, check it out, and then if you do want to get involved, there is a link down below in the description where you can check out what Gold Inc. has to offer in terms of gameplay. I'll share with you guys a quick video from one of their founders right now on the channel.
Hello, my name is Colin Stone, your very own blockchain braveheart, and I'm here to talk to you today about my coin and game pick of the year. Do you ever wish you could have invested in billion-dollar market cap game coins like Axie Infinity at the start? Well, Gold Inc., a new game launching now, makes those look like they were made by a kid. In fact, that's why I believe Gold Inc.'s coin SST is the first coin in a long time with the potential to go up 900 times, because it's the first Web3 real-time strategy massive multiplayer online game on mobile, and it's by far the most expansive Web3 game ever built. Its pre-sale is also at ridiculously low market cap, around $10 million for the next few days, and they are just about to launch the full game. Imagine someone building a mobile MMO game with a player-driven economy and player-governed political system where you can build a gold mining empire with your friends, and you're fighting against thousands of other alliances 24/7 to mine and steal crypto that is redeemable for real gold. That's Gold Inc. The reason SST is such a crazy buy is because Gold Inc. is not only the largest Web3 mobile game ever built, its team is obsessed with making it the greatest mobile game ever built. They plan to do this by adding the most addictive features from a lot of the most successful games on Earth, the best elements of games like Clash of Clans, Game of War, Pokemon Go, Clash Royale, Star Citizen, DayZ, Ark Survival, and many more in an effort to make a super game to rule them all. The beta is available now in Google Play and App Store, and you can still take part in their coin distribution at a tiny market cap for a few days. My advice, buy at the coin distribution now while it's at the lowest price and start mining it in the game.
So there you have it, guys. That is Gold Inc., brought to you by Sapphire Studios. We're going to be talking about them a little bit more as we get into it. And if you guys, like I said, just check out the gameplay. It's not a meme coin like Pepe per se, but it is a Web3 game that has a lot of kind of perks within getting the pre-sale. You will get a 30% bonus in coins, and 50% of that value can be used on in-game packs. So if you are a Web3 gamer, I do want you to check out and explore what Sapphire Studios token can offer. And at the very minimum, download the game and check it out. I was a big fan of Command and Conquer growing up, and that's kind of the vibes that I get from Gold Inc. So that's what we got going on. Links are down below if you want to get involved with that pre-sale. Okay, but back into the Pepe news, and this is what we came here to talk about. The 3% fall as the heavy selling that we did see overwhelmed the bounce attempts. Now, this is how quick crypto can change, okay? And as we're talking about it right now on the channel, if we look at the crypto bubbles as we get into the overnight and into the morning hours, that's something where, guys, it has shifted on a dime. And we're going to kind of talk about what we're seeing here in coin market cap. As you look at what we're talking about, Bitcoin, for example, they're seeing a down day over the last 24 hours, but a lot of other cryptos are taking off. And Pepe is going to be one that, like we've talked about, up 7.39%. And when we do talk meme coins and we talk about kind of what's happening, right? The top has always been Doge, Pepe, and SHIB, okay? Not in any specific order. Obviously, Dogecoin is the number one, the OG meme coin out there in space. Brings a little bit more utility, in my opinion. All right, but when we talk Pepe, the one thing you have to understand is Ethereum right now on the charts is doing absolutely insanity when we look at the numbers, okay? And if you want to kind of dive into the metrics and understand what they're doing, Pepe is an ETH coin, first in my books. And if you look at Ethereum, over the last month, surging 23.54%. We've called it. We've said, hey, it's going to happen. ETH is just way too cheap. And now as we look at it right now, trading at a $379 billion market cap, just looking back at the last 7 days per se, that's just incredible what Ethereum has been able to do. A 20% move for a crypto of that size and nature. And quite frankly, the FUD surrounding it, okay? Because what we know is Solana came out, other blockchain ecosystems came out. They got into the meme coin space and tried to derail what Ethereum was able to do early on, okay? But if you do like Ethereum, you got to like Pepe. And if you do like Pepe, obviously, we will kind of put Shiba Inu in that same breath. But I will say the whales are rotating into the Matt Fury narrative. And I think that's kind of what's prevalent here. As I want to talk about this article, because this was 12 hours ago from the time that I'm currently recording. So yes, it's pretty much null and void if you want to talk about the relative nature of this article to what we're seeing right now on the charts. Yes, Pepe is trading essentially at that same price level as what we're looking at, right? At the time of this publication, it was the 401210 price tag. And as we're looking at Pepe right now, it's just a tick above that, okay? But it still kind of is worth talking about because traders have been dumping tokens in very high volume, okay? And that's something, as we've seen it, it's kind of what I was worried about if we were going to exhaust this bull run, this kind of little stretch we've been on. I won't call it a full-blown bull run like we are used to back in 2021, but the 7 days that we had of just straight green, as we look at kind of the liquidations that are on board with Pepe, that's where we saw over 3.47 trillion tokens, all right? What I think is actually happening, in my personal opinion, is we're seeing a lot of repositioning. Now, the one thing I will tell you is as we look into kind of what happened in the prior cycles, okay? And as if you want to look at the Pepe chart and follow along, you're welcome to do so, but it comes down to one thing. There's so many more meme coins out there. It's a diluted meme coin market cap pool. And I think as you look at kind of that pie, if you will, there's a lot of pie to go around, okay? And back in the previous cycles, it was just Doge, Pepe, and SHIB. Now you have 10 plus kind of meme coins or utility coins that you can clump into there that don't really have any purpose on earth outside of just meme coin speculation. And that's kind of where, you know, that's just a lot more to go around. And if we're not really growing in numbers by adoption and wallets and users, it's all basically going to be a diluted pool. And that's why the whales, they shuffle in, they shuffle out. So one day Pepe could be up 10%. And then over the course of the next 2 weeks, we could see all of those be erased. And then Pepe would be kind of a net negative 4%, so to speak. It's just some of the trends that I picked up on along the way. All right. But the whale accumulation, that is kind of the big storyline here. Okay. And that's kind of where I want to share with you guys why I think this is important as Ethereum is going on a little bit of a run here is the Nansen data over the last 7 days. Pepe has basically added 1.4% more in terms of Ethereum whales. Now, that's where I first got started in trading. You basically only had to follow the Ethereum whales, and that would point you in the right direction on where the money's headed and what cryptos you should be in. Okay. But now as we look at it, that's over 305 trillion Pepe. And you kind of have to add that to your kind of list of items why you could be bullish on Pepe for this next kind of run up, if you will. Okay. But I think that's something where we have to kind of look at the intensity of what happened. The market took a very robust sell-off, but the whales continued to buy. And I tell you guys this a lot. When you do trade meme coins, the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is follow the whales, and that will lead you directly to the money. And I think that, we are now above that fourth zero, pretty stable, if you will. We've solidified that fourth zero for the time being. But now the value's gone, where you could have had a quick 30% just buying Pepe below that 5.0 threshold, where it was trading at 4.01 or 5.09. And now it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is very much a significant increase in terms of if you were out there swing trading Pepe. Just looking at kind of what we're seeing from the fundamentals, I do think that we are getting some momentum that will push us a little bit further. So we'll keep our eye on it. Nothing really too outside the box to report outside of just Ethereum whales are starting to swim. And as Ethereum ticks over 3,100, that's definitely something that's going to be bullish as we talk Pepe and into the deeper side of July as we continue trading. So that's what I got for you guys. Appreciate you all tuning in. Leave a comment down below. Where do you see Pepe headed? I want to know your feedback and thoughts. Also, if you have not done so, please subscribe down below and be sure to check out the Gold Ink game brought to you by Sapphire Studios. Sapphire Studios. And if you want to get involved in that pre-sale and buy some SST Sapphire Studios token, that link will be down below to get your bonus tokens in that pre-sale. So appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.